Good afternoon, viewers, and welcome back to another episode of Build Season Camping Edition. You can see behind me, we have our little U-Haul camper. We decided to take this thing out for the weekend. It hasn't been out, I think, other than once this year. We went out in February. So, join us. We're going to go to a local campground. It's like an hour away. We're going to eat some delicious food and relax for the weekend. So, for those that don't know, this is our U-Haul camper. We filmed a couple of videos on this, and they always do pretty well. People like these things. These were made in the 80s. This is a 1985 model. It's all fiberglass. It's a CT13, so it's a 13-foot camper. It's based on like a burro or similar to a Scamp. We bought it used, local to us, and it's been a dream ever since. But there she is. We're just gonna finish loading up and we're out of here. All right, welcome everybody. I'm trying to channel my inner Steve Wallace. So we made it to our campsite. Camp's pretty easy to set up. You basically just stop moving and unhook the camper from the truck. I think we're gonna get a couple more things set up around here as far as, getting ready to cook. We're almost done setting up camp, so as Steve would say, that's step 2 time. I'll give you guys a quick tour of the site. So here's our view of the woods. There's a nice little path here. It goes quite a ways back into the woods. I'm not sure what that goes to. Here's the fire pit area. There's another tent pad over here. There's the dogs, and they're upset right now because Mom went to go get water. So of course, have a full-scale meltdown. You'll see Ruby doing that. Probably hear her in the background. So this is camp. Here's the U-Haul. A lot of you guys have seen this before. It's not all the way unpacked yet. There she is. We gotta get the dog's water going and a couple other things. So mosquitoes are really out around here. We have our thermosol going. I don't know if that's going to be quite enough. I've got some pretty strong DEET bug spray on right now, but I think I'm going to go through the woods back here and try to find as many sticks and little pieces of wood as I can, get the fire going. A little bit of birch bark, some twigs.
Works every time.
We're gonna say that, and then if it goes out, we'll just cut. Okay, not to rip off Camping with Steve all that much. However, the guy's super fun to watch, so if you don't watch Steve Wallace, follow him on YouTube. So, according to his step 2 process of camping here, this is what we're having today. This is a Red Ridge by Keweenaw Brewing. It's like a blood orange something pale ale. I don't know. It's delicious. It's like the best beer I've had recently. I tell all my friends about it. If you haven't tried it, check them out. But I wanted to get this on camera. Oh yeah, yep, fire's going, camp's set up, it's time. All right, for dinner tonight, we're just gonna keep it simple and do some camping meals. So, I got the kettle here, boil some water right on the fire, and then a little bit later, we'll go over what we've got and we'll pick out which ones we want to eat. Okay, best part of the trip, get to pick which one of these camping meals we want to eat. We're just going to keep it simple. We got water boiling right now. We have a whole bunch of these. What is this brand? Good to Go.
Good to go.
So these right here.
Thanks, Heather and Steve.
Yep, thank you. So this one is Pad Thai.
We still have yet to try these, yeah.
Yeah. This one is mushroom risotto. and chicken pho. So I don't know about that. We also have these. These are ReadyWise. These are like a, I don't know, you can buy these at Sierra and a few other places. This one is chili mac. But then of course my favorite is the Peak Refuel. These are the best, at least as far as I'm concerned with camping meals. These are the best tasting brand. So this one here is sweet pork and rice. That sounds pretty good. Otherwise, this is butternut dal bhat. I don't know what that is. I'm sure it's pretty good though.
We've not had a bad one of the Peak Refuels yet.
These to me, they look good, but they look small.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if you can tell, I like to eat. If you guys watched the first or second video that we did, it was just basically me eating at a picnic bench the entire time. So stay tuned for more of that. So you're gonna do this one?
Yep.
All right,
Doing
pad thai. And then keeping with the theme of pasta, I'm gonna do the chili mac. I don't know, I'm just in the mood for this. These are easy, right? Boil water, put it in there and wait. And then if you're like me, you eat it too soon and it's not fully rehydrated.
And for me, I used to really stress out over like prepping everything all the time. It just was way too much work, and for me, these de-stressed the packing process for camping.
These are like 10 to maybe $12 for the nicer ones, and they couldn't be easier. And they pack quite a bit in here. I think these are 800 calories or so each on the bigger ones. So they'll feed a guy like me. I'm what, 5'10" and a half, 220 pounds. So if it'll feed me, it'll feed you most of the time. So like most of these, basically you just pour in hot water, add water, stir it up. Make sure you take this thing out though. It's like a desiccant packet. You don't want to make desiccant tea. I think that'll kill you. This one requires 2 cups. Megan's, I think she has to do, you gotta like take, there's like a little bag of peanuts in there. Gotta add those in, take out this guy. And then that gets, doesn't matter. This is the best part of the whole trip, right? Is
The food.
watching us eat. Whatever. Again, this is straight up boiling water. I'm gonna say that's 2 cups. Maybe a little bit more. That's 2 cups. Oh, I might need a little bit more actually. These you just stir up, at least with this one anyway. Seal it up and let it sit. I think yours, you stir, add water, whatever, doesn't matter. Pad thai and chili mac. So it's starting to get dark, and one of the things that Megan and I are actually kind of into is these old propane lanterns. I don't know why, they're really cool with the little, what are these called? Mantles or whatever. It's basically like a little sock that goes over the end of a propane jet, and it glows real bright. These things are kind of dangerous to light, but they're really cool. So there we go. And then at just a trickle of propane, you get this much light out of the thing. It's pretty nuts. You guys probably can't see that at all. It's overpowering the camera. See if I can turn this way down. Put out a ton of light. Basically, they just make that sock glow. There, can you see it there? You can probably see there's 2 of them in there. We just like them. Cool. They don't require any power or batteries. Pardon me while I eat crackers. You can see now the lantern is actually our backlight. This thing is insane. Tiny bit of propane. Man, the thing just glows like the sun. It's awesome. It's very analog or steampunk. I don't give a crap. I don't know. It's cool. It's just burning stuff. I don't know. We're still waiting for our freeze-dried meals to rehydrate. Mine's almost done. Megan's is close too. I think it's time to give these things a try. I don't know. This looks alright. I think mine is actually just chili with mac noodles. I thought it was more going to be macaroni with a little chili in it.
Oh, yeah.
Woo. Still quite hot. But
Mine's cooled down. Which is,
Has?
yeah.
Oh man, the flavor's pretty good. I'll be honest, I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this. But for a cheap camping meal, this thing is actually pretty good. We have a little bit of shredded cheese. I think I'm going to take this thing to the next level. So we are in Wisconsin, and true to form, we're going to add cheese to everything. Because if you guys eat chili without cheese, I don't know if I can trust you, you know? Seems weird. Mix all this in here, huh? Most of these say eat them right in the bag. I'm going to pour this into a bowl. That's a large, no joke bowl of chili mac right there. Holy cow. Pretty good for 10 bucks and not having to do any cooking. What do you think?
This is good.
Is it?
It's got really good flavor.
Really? I'm impressed with the little mountain house thing here, honestly. I wonder if we can do a close-up. You can see how much cheese I added.
Yeah.
So that's basically going to fix everything, right? I don't know, it looks and actually tastes okay. Still not as good as a Peak Refuel. We have crackers here, though. That'll help, too.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Two things, right? If you don't add cheese or crackers to your chili, I don't know.
This pad thai has a lot more flavor than I thought it would. It's really good.
It looks good. Here, show
Yeah.
the camera. It might not show up super good. Oh, yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. Do you want to try it?
Sure. Yeah, you should try the chili mac. It's actually quite hearty, I would say. How about this here?
I like it.
Oh, wow.
Right? It's got
Holy
a
cow.
lot of flavor. Yeah.
Yes, it does. Wow. It's very fresh tasting, believe it or not. That's good. That's a very you type meal.
Oh, yeah.
This is more my speed, you know? Pile of beans, cheese, and some beef. Yeah, that's me. Okay, I think we're about ready to get nice and cozy here. Settle in and go to sleep. All the puppies are in here. I think we're gonna call it a night. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Last night in the camper was very comfortable. Temperature got down to like 57 degrees. We had the fan going and slept, at least I slept like a rock. I think Megan got a little chilly. Gonna get some coffee going or water going this morning on the fire. Got that going back there. And then we'll get some breakfast going. So for breakfast this morning, we got one of these frozen pre-done skillets. Essentially, we're just gonna heat up a pan with a little bit of oil, slam this in there, and then we're gonna whisk up 6 eggs and add that. And in a few minutes, we should have like a breakfast sausage skillet. One that we did sugar.
That's all right.
It's almost dinner time on second day here. We're gonna get the water boiling again. We're doing camping meals again. So the ones we didn't eat yesterday, we're gonna eat today. Nothing fantastic or exciting, but we will give you our review, whether you want it or not. All right, so this time I'm gonna have the sweet pork and rice from Peak Refuel.
I'm having butternut dalbat,
There you go.
whatever that means.
Remove that guy. That smells awesome.
No, I thought so too.
So same thing with these, right? Mix, let it sit, and enjoy. Yes, the bugs are still awful. Yeah, it's a balmy 80 degrees today, but very, very stale air. It's like we're sitting in a damp closet pretty much all day. Anyway, we're gonna let these hydrate and we'll give you guys a review when we're ready to eat. We were given a loaf of homemade sourdough. So to use it up, just slammed it on the grill here. It's toasted up and we'll have that right before we eat. So as a little appetizer, showed you guys this homemade sourdough. Here's a life tip. Make friends with someone who decides to bake sourdough bread. Because when they're testing out their starter, they'll give you a loaf occasionally. And even if it's bad sourdough, it's still sourdough and it's homemade and it's really good. Not saying that this is bad. This is excellent. Just saying. Make friends with someone who bakes sourdough. Alright, so here is the sweet pork and rice. So I feel like I added more water than what the directions said. I don't know. My micrometer when it comes to measuring liquids is pretty bad. Needs calibration. However, we let this sit for at least 15 minutes, but take a look at the result here. Is it gonna focus? Not gonna focus. Rice came back to life pretty good, and looks like the pork did too. Oh my goodness. So it's kind of like sweet Santa Fe style rice, beans, and then pork. So it's kind of like a Mexican food vibe, but it's got some extra sugar in there. Either way, absolutely delicious. Would recommend Peak Refuel to anybody.
Butternut Dalbat. It's really good. It's very curry looking.
Big fan of these.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best freeze-dried meals you can get.
These all seem to have a good amount of protein in them too.
Yeah, and in just this package, there's 800 calories. Good morning, everyone. It's the morning of our last day at this campsite. We just had some bagels over the fire for breakfast. It was delicious. And now I think we're gonna pack up. It was just a quick little weekend getaway for us. This camp has been great. It was a little bit hot yesterday, but our little fan in the camper worked really well. So we're gonna pack up and head for home. Thanks for coming along.